in the jungle, up in the Dumbo, smoking a gum. Up in the Dumbo, smoking a gumbo. Few blocks before green, yeah, up in the jungle, coking the bundles. It's history in the making. I'm popping like fish to the grease and the bacon. My bitch is Jamaican. United we stand, dividing these bands. They hide in their hands. I'm riding in vans, slide through your land. Hopping the sprinters, tore the underworld, popping the minter. Landed the turtles, I'm popping that splinter. Watching the snowfall, dropping the winter. Dodging the pitfalls, watching this bitch fall. And I still manage like Rich Paul. The paper was calling, I had to go switch calls. I spoke to my twin, I told my young boys I'd never be broken again. Invoking the gins, spitting the spirits, I'm soaking the gin. Your man's in the woods, we smoking on him. Fuck do you mean? We up and squeeze, tuck it and leave, we leaving a stain. Fuck up for breeze, running the banks, causing a crashing. Feather the feds, Moorish the fashion. Horse was smashing, kicking the door. Waving for force, it was blasting. Mother the gassing, loving the passion. Eat on your food, the brother was fasting. The weapon that formed against me was me. Perfected the storm as Bentley receipts. Washing the Benjis, we rinse and repeat. Up in the Dumbo, smoking a gumbo. Few blocks before green, yeah, up in the jungle, coking the bundles. It's history in the making. I'm popping like fish to the grease and the bacon. My bitch is Jamaican. United we stand, dividing these bands. They hide in their hands. I'm riding in vans, slide through your land. Hopping the sprinters, tore the underworld, popping the minter. Landing the turtles, I'm popping that splinter. Watching the snowfall, dropping the winter. Dodging the pitfalls, watching this bitch fall. And I still managed like Rich Paul. The paper was calling, I had to go switch calls. I spoke to my twin, I told my young boys I'd never be broken again. Invoking the gins, spitting the spirits, I'm soaking the gin. Your man's in the woods, we smoking on him. Fuck do you mean? We up and squeeze, tuck it and leave, we leaving a stain. Fuck up for breeze, running the banks, causing a crashing. Feather the feds, Moorish the fashion. Horse was smashing, kicking the door. Waving for force, it was blasting. Mother the gassing, loving the passion. Eat on your food, the brother was fasting. The weapon that formed against me was me. Perfected the storm as Bentley receipts. Washing the Benjis, we rinse and repeat. Century of self, I'm centered on me. Red as the pillar, I'm pushing the beast. Higher the level, I'm pushing the keys. They going for 19. The summer is mine, I'm going for 19. Thunder and lightning, flooded the brightling. The hunger was biting, biting. Peace to the family, peace to the family, peace to you and yours, peace to you and yours. Welcome to another episode of Melanin Mondays. You are now rocking with the best. Yes, this is your host for the evening, Brother Red Pill. Yes, indeed. Tapping in. Peace to the family, peace to everybody in the building. Was really good. Let us do an audio check. How we sounding on the audio? How are we sounding on the audio? Let me know. All right. Then we're going to go ahead and do the roll call. You dig? Let me make sure that. All right. So we're clear on the audio. All right. So that's what's up. Let's do the roll calls. Let's see who's in the building. And yeah, we'll take it from there. Okay. Let's see who is in the building tonight. Shout out to everybody on this good Monday. All right. I hope y'all had the day off of your job and whatnot. Kanye's in the building. Chino Hill's in the building. Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona in the building. Shout out to Phoenix, Arizona. You dig? We got Massachusetts. We got BK, Brooklyn. You dig? We got St. Croix up in this thing. Shout out to St. Croix, Los Angeles. Dayton, Ohio. All right. Fort Greene, Brooklyn. Bleh. Chicago, West Side. What up? Is this BK or BL? What's going on? Is you in a new place or something? Houston here. All right. Shout out to Houston. Charlotte. Shout out to Charlotte. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, that's BK. All right, Fort Greene. Few blocks from Fort Greene. You know what I'm talking about? Few blocks from Fort Greene.
Tapping in from St. Louis. Shout out to St. Louis. Shout out to Cleveland. Shout out to London. New York in the building. What up? What up? Louisiana and this thing. Is Paris in the building? Niggas from France. You know what I'm talking about? It's shout out to I want to talk to I need to talk to some people that's in France so we could get a report. Figure out what's really going out, what's going down in France. You know what I mean? I know they burning shit down and whatnot. So we want to tap in with the brethren, with the mandem across the pond, and see what's really going down in Paris, in Paris. You know what I'm talking about? Other than other than Pharrell and Offset sitting around looking like old ladies, looking like aunties and whatnot. All of you metrosexual niggas left France and they start lighting that shit up. You know what I'm talking about? Get all of that, you know what I'm saying? All of that zesty behavior up out of France. Them niggas have issues that they need to deal with. They don't want to deal with all of you zesty niggas. They got revolution on their mind. North Oakland in the building. Santa Rosa, Cali in the building. You know what I'm talking about? You dig? You gonna catch the replay? That's what's up. Yeah. Tap in, King. Tap in. All right, tap in. Yeah, I'm dig. You dig? You know what I'm talking about? All right. So how was everybody's? We're still in the holiday weekend, right? Right. I believe it's tomorrow the holiday, or is it today? I'm not familiar. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really big on 4th of July, so I don't really follow that day like that. You know what I mean? I don't got too much to celebrate when it comes to that. But yeah, shout out to everybody in they 4th of July celebrations, however y'all had to do it. You know what I'm talking about? But other than that, we in the building. You know what I'm talking about? We here. We are here. Everybody that was here on Friday for Uplift and Heal episode 3, shout out to all of y'all. They wound up blocking it. YouTube threw a block on the video because we had copyrighted material. You know what I mean? The Uplift and Heal show. I'm gonna play a commercial in a minute, but the Uplift and Heal show with my good brother Sauce God and Big Perk. You know what I'm talking about? They was kind of hating and whatnot. Yeah, shit. You know how that goes. But we good though. We'll be back. We'll have that episode available on Patreon because it's too hot for YouTube. So we'll have that video available on Patreon, and we'll be back this Friday coming up. One of the hottest shows. Let's go ahead and premiere that commercial real quick.
The zenith of the night where we actually get to listen to the playlist. Let's go. This is the first one, y'all. This is our first playlist that we've curated of artists that we're listening to that are literally like pioneering, like leading this journey forward, and just a big part of this paradigm shift that we're all experiencing. And just remember where you heard it first. Uplifting Hill.
Yes. Uplifting Hill on Fridays. Make sure y'all check that out. And before we get into the show tonight, another commercial from one of our sponsors. We've been doing some wonderful shows. We've been in class with Chicago Crypto and Ra Aku. Here's their classes. We have Patreon only classes Wednesday and Sundays. We've been doing some monumental things. Shout out to all of my students in the building and whatnot. Let's go to So that's the Ra Aku, Know Thyself, Know Thy Wealth, his classes. I'm telling you, with everything going on in the world right now, with all of the craziness taking place above and below, there's shit going on underneath our feet in the subterranean level, and there's shit going on outside of the motherfucking dome and whatnot, above the firmament. This class that the brother's given, the fundamentals of cosmophysics, is something that anybody who considers themselves a student of life is going to benefit from if you're really serious. But it's not a walk in the park, though. It's not no child's play. It's not that YouTube shit. It's not that Instagram TikTok consciousness. This is consciousness. This is information that you're going to have to study. And a lot of people is not built for that. They just want to get that, they do first contact consciousness, watch a video and then now they deep and whatnot. But this is for the real studious ones. Shout out to Raku. And also for the real studious ones, Chicago Crypto been bringing that heat. You know what I'm talking about? So check out this one right here.
Join us every Sunday, 4:44 p.m. Eastern, only on Patreon, as we welcome Chicago Crypto Block Bully Technical Analysis.
Alright everyone, Cowboy Trades here. Welcome back to the channel for another update on Bitcoin. So
understanding technical analysis can mean the difference between buying here and buying here. And that's why I've decided to create price action, the movement of an asset or security's price over time plotted on a chart. All-time high, ATH, the highest an asset has ever been in price. Support, a point in the market where the price is less likely to drop below due to previous demand or price action. Resistance, a point in the market where
You will learn behavioral economics. You will study historical market data. You will be able to identify trading opportunities. You will be able to evaluate any investment and many, many more. Please join us on Red Pillar's Patreon. Peace.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. There you have it. All right. So now that we got the commercials out the way, it was good. It was really good. Peace to the family. How's everybody doing? You know what I'm talking about? A lot of stuff going on in the news and whatnot. What I definitely wanted to touch on and to bring a little bit of light is the situation that's going on in France right now. You know what I'm saying? The riots. It's not being necessarily covered too tough by mainstream medium. You know what I'm saying? But we'll talk about it. When it comes to France, they always protesting. If people could remember, if your memory is not jarring you, before the lockdown, before the Great Reset, okay, engineered by Klaus Schwab and all of them at the World Economic Forums. Before that, France was going through what was called the Yellow Vest protests. You know what I mean? They were turning up. It was a weekly type of thing. I remember they were in the streets very, very deep. You know what I mean? So then COVID happened and all of that shit kind of died down and whatnot. What up, Jefferson? And it kind of like fell to the waysides and whatnot. So now we have a situation, fast forward in 2023, where they're going through their George Floyd moment out there in France, right? And France is a very interesting place in terms of, the European countries, okay? France, when I just did I did a show exactly 7 days ago, I believe, and we were highlighting the Wagner Group. Okay, I'm sure you've probably heard more about the Wagner Group and the crisis that was going on in Russia as the days have progressed. Mainstream media did pick the story up. They're trying to bury it a little bit because they don't want a lot of people to know too much about the Wagner Group and what they're overseas doing and shit. They don't want you to know too much about private military contractors. And, that's just something that they don't want the American public to be very familiar with, because they don't want you to know that governments are behind mercenaries that play completely outside of the lines and whatnot, the lines of the rule of law. These people run around the world on some Destro, on some G.I. Joe, like Cobra Commander type shit. Like real talk. Like it's the closest that I could come to when I'm doing an analysis of what the fuck be going on with some of these organizations is Cobra Commander and Destro. That's as close as that shit comes, because that's how some of these stories be reading out. But when I covered the story about Wagner, or Wagner, what they call it, I was sharing that they've locked down. They told you this in Blacklist. Okay, I don't even watch Blacklist, but if that's where they give it up, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? That's where they give it up. You know what I mean? But yeah, Russia, right? By way of the Wagner Group, or the Wagner Group, however they pronounce it. I'm pronouncing this shit Wagner, right? The way that they are running shit, the Wagner Group is the quote unquote outfit that is establishing their dominance in Africa through many different means, through the political means, through an economic means, and also through an armed conflict. They are currently basically locked down an area in Africa. Let me see what this area is called again. It's not the Maghreb, right? It's not the Levant either. There's basically a whole section of Upper Africa that the Wagner Group is they planted their quote unquote fangs all up in there. Okay. So we talking about Chad, we talking about Burkina Faso. We're talking about the Sudan. We're talking about Mali. We're talking about the Central African Republic. You feel me? And as a result of them positioning themselves, well, rather Russia, right? Because if you remember how Blackwater was moving, this outfit right here, I would say they're moving about 10 times to maybe 50 times more dangerous than Blackwater. They are moving in the interest of the Russian Federation, okay? But they're moving in the face of PMCs. They're moving with the face of a private military corporation, but in the interest of Russia. So when they lock down the oil fields, when they lock down the gold mines, when they lock down the diamond mines, when they lock down the politicians, they're doing it with the backing, the military and the financial backing of the Kremlin, right? But they're just doing it in their name. You dig what I'm saying? Even though on paper they don't exist. You see how tricky this shit gets? They don't exist on paper in Russia, but they are a driving force on the continent, in the Middle East. They got Syria on lock. So even though they're not acknowledged, you got to acknowledge them, because everybody on the continent damn near, and now the world knows about them because they made front page news for about a week straight and whatnot. So the cat is out the bag. And a result of Wagner's influence in Africa, right, means that they're pushing France out of the picture. Okay. The Francophone, or, Franco Africa, the part of Africa that France basically was pillaging, okay, since they colonized these areas and whatnot. Now we know that there's a huge majority of Africa that speaks the French tongue, okay, that speaks the French tongue, right? And we know that France's influence in Africa is one that is not necessarily it's not a popular position. Their power or their influence is waning, right? It's waning. They don't have the same type of influence on the continent that they had when they were basically pillaging them. Even though you have Africans that speak French and whatnot, they're pushing back against France, right? And when we do the history on the Moors, if you want to take it that far back, it was France who came over and basically conquered or, imperial or colonized Morocco, Fez, Algiers, right? So the irony in this whole situation that's going on in France right now that is considered to be their George Floyd moment is the fact that they killed a 17-year-old Algerian teenager. And the young god, I don't know who he is, but he looked like he has some motion and whatnot. I'm assuming that he had motion in his ocean and whatnot. That's why a lot of them people are turning up for him. Okay. So they fucked around and they killed the Algerian, right, inside of France. Now we know that the borders, the same way in America and other places that are colonial powers like England and shit like that, we know wherever the colonizers, Spain, basically most of Europe, we know that wherever them colonizers conquered the people, that when you turn them, when you look around, those same people is inside of their home countries now. Okay, so France is the home country. France is the headquarters. The same way that the UK is the home country, but they've conquered in the UK. They've conquered in the church and in the crown's name. Right? They planted their flags in many different places, and they conquered in their name. India, niggas was in China. You know what I'm saying? The UK, they've been in many different places with their filthy, dirty ass fangs and whatnot, pillaging these places for their resources to the point where they plundered these nations into third world status and whatnot. They have them, checkmated in all kind of ways. So we talking about economic hitmen that create conditions in some of these countries that are highly mineral rich, right? These countries are mineral rich countries. These countries have oil deposits, gold deposits, silver deposits, copper, you name it. But these countries have been destabilized by economic hitmen and operations from organizations such as the World Economic Forum, the IMF, and all kind of other robber barons and whatnot, all the UN, all of these de facto defunct criminal organizations that they lampoon behind these quote unquote NGOs, and they lampoon behind these corporate entities. But we know that these are some heartless, lifeless motherfuckers. And excuse my Moorish Latin and whatnot. I just had to let that out. But France is an interesting conversation because France, right, is a liberal country, similar to Canada. And in the way that they market France, especially to Americans, the way that France is marketed to us, we look at France as non-aggressive, right? Very, it's like a country of zesty niggas, you know what I'm saying? And people that like art and whatnot. I saw a lot of influencers from America over there in the past few weeks taking pictures by the Eiffel Tower. It's a place that lovers go and shit like that, right? Pharrell and them niggas was over there looking zesty, wearing them niggas was wearing the shit that the women wear in the fucking these niggas wearing Ashcrots, right? Niggas wear Ashcrots these days. You zesty niggas love wearing Ashcrots. That's the new outfit, right? Niggas is wearing they went from wearing bandanas to now they wear the bandana around their neck like an Ashcroft. You know what I mean? They trying to look sophisticated, right? So the new thing with all of the avant-garde rockaware, the rock, the niggas that wear the paper plane hats with the gray beards and whatnot, is to go to France and take a picture sipping tea by the Eiffel Tower with your fucking pinky up and whatnot. Like you niggas is sophisticated, right? So when we look at France, you know what I mean? When we look at France, that's the shit that we see. We don't see them as, the patchouli oil to cover the ratatouille. We don't see France like we will see Russia, right? Like a dictatorship where they're, these are aggressive, warlike fucking warmongers. This is, this is like the Nordic and the Vikings and whatnot. That when we look at, places like Russia, we they're aggressive. We don't look at France like that. However, we would have to readjust our assessments of how we look at France because these are some real slick ass colonizers. Okay, they got a lot of blood on their hands. Okay, a lot of blood on their hands. The same way that you fool by the Democrats and the liberals in America may be similar to how you being fooled by this fake ass facade that they put on that France is our friends. Okay, and we know all across the continent, these people have suffered at the hands of the Franks. Okay, so now behind their borders, inside of their borders, right? Because we know that there's been a lot of xenophobia all across Europe over the past, I would say, maybe I've been hearing a lot of this shit really ramp up in the last 10 years, you know. You know what I'm saying? It ramped up in the last 10 years where, they've been having these arguments about immigration and all of these other things. No, cocksucker, it's not called immigration. These are the countries that you colonize. I could understand immigration where you be like you in France and you got people from fucking Japan, running up, or places that you've really never that you're not known to colonize. But when it's places that you destabilize their fucking government by colonizing it and by sinking the people into poverty and stealing their natural resources, and then you have the caucasity to have them paying you reparations, goddammit. No, motherfucker, that's not immigration. That's the chickens coming home to roost. Fuck is you talking about? That's what that is. So we gotta fix the lexicon. We gotta change the language. They be talking about xenophobia and immigration policy. No, nigga, France is everybody's country because you niggas is everywhere. Okay, you made your bed in different places, so you gotta fucking lie in it. Let's not even mention the 800-pound gorilla in the room, and that would be Haiti. Another place that's destabilized right now where the gangs are running crazy. It's a lot of lawlessness. They burning people in tires and whatnot. Yeah, they've been steadily rioting in Haiti, right? And the gangs have taken over. And what the fuck? You ain't see France say nothing about it. So once again, we're witnessing the Great Fall, right? And the Great Fall this time is taking place in Europe. Right? The mother country. Okay? The mother country. And although I'm sure that this riot will be quelled and whatnot, they're going to be able to pour water on it. I believe they're in their fifth night. And whatnot. And, they burning shit down. I heard they in the suburbs tearing shit up. Okay? I heard they in the suburbs tearing shit up. They burning stores down. They ran up in the Nike store. I think they ran up in the Dior. They ran up in Louis and whatnot. You feel me? They giving these people the business. Okay? But I'm just saying, for anybody watching this, I know that we are some emotional people. We're compassionate. We don't like social unrest. You know what I mean? Sometimes that shit could be triggering, correct? But I'm here to let you know, my niggas. Do not be on this motherfucking internet. Don't be on Al Gore's internet crying for France. You feel me? Don't be on this internet crying for France like this is something that this is gonna make you more humane and whatnot. No, France got some chickens that are coming home to roost. Okay? Weren't the people protesting the cop kit? You got a problem with that? You feel me? That's their fucking redress. Nigga killed somebody, I'm running up in Dior too. You got a problem with that? You the police or something? You talking about? Once again, everybody wants to protect shit that's not theirs. Fuck France. Fuck Dior and everything in their stores and whatnot, because these is colonizers. These is colonizers. And their data's fucking here. They gotta cash that check. It's a fucking country already of all of the people that they've colonized. So it's a powder keg. You understand? It's a powder keg. And I haven't necessarily heard that they've been trying to get right with the people who they done wrong. The people who they've done the worst would be the Algerians. Go and watch the documentary Battle of Algiers for context purposes. They had to turn up on the motherfuckers and kick them the fuck up out of there because they were shitting on them people over there. They did the Moors dirty. They did the Moors. If you were Moor, they did the Moors dirty. This is France. More than, I'm not going to say that they more wickeder than Spain and Portugal and whatnot. But they right there with them. Don't let them off the hook. So we in a day and time where a great shift is taking place. Shit that once was is never going to be again. Things are falling while things are rising and whatnot. The people are waking up. The people are waking up. Okay? Especially the youth. Okay? I'm glad I don't even know what their version of a Black Lives Matter is over there. But I know they're not falling for that shit. So this was the scene of the shooting and whatnot, where they pulled them over, right? And then, they drove off. They pulled off because the Mondem didn't appreciate the nigga with the police with the gun in his face. You don't do a traffic stop like that. You understand? So they shot in the car, and the car flipped over, And the young people took it right to the motherfucking city where it happened, and they turned that bitch up in the suburbs. Okay? So the youth has had enough at the hands of these police and this bird-ass administration of Macron in them, or Macron in them. Okay? So weeks ago, there was a nationwide demonstration because they raised the retirement age, right? Basically putting people to work a little bit more. So it's like they tired of this shit, bro. So, they going through their George Floyd moment. And it just behooves me, and I don't expect any niggas from America to stand in solidarity with them, but it really fucking behooves me that these fake ass social justice warriors, they be over there. I seen these niggas. It was a whole slew, and these fake ass what's that shit? Bridgington ass broads that be going to France, fake ass you bitches on picnics and whatnot, looking like Minnie Mouse and whatnot with your fake ass. Get the fuck out of here. France is burning. Say something. Do something. Life ain't a vacation all the time. You got to pick your battles, man. These niggas, look, if I was over there, I would be with the youth. You know what I'm talking about? I'm turning up. You're going to have to kick me out the country. I don't give a fuck. I'm not just going to be chilling by the Eiffel Tower while the youth are protesting. Because I know what this shit is. I know where it comes from. I know where it stems from. I know how dirty France is underneath it all. Keep in mind, this is the home of the secret societies and whatnot. These are the people that took our information and created all of these fucking secret societies. You know what I'm talking about? These are some weird Europeans. So as you can see, the Arabs is out there. The young Arabs is out there. They got the white boys with them. They got the youth. They got the Africans with them. You feel me? And they terrorizing shit. You feel me? They terrorizing shit because they're rightfully upset, and it's rightfully so. You know what I'm talking about? All of these people dying and whatnot on the water, trying to come over, fleeing Africa, fleeing these French owned or these former French colonies that are having civil war, and they're in all of this unrest. Fuck out of here. The youth is upset. And you know they're gonna talk about, oh, we're gonna start deporting people and whatnot. We're gonna start deporting people. You could talk all of that all you want. You have to live with the fact that you niggas are colonizers. You could talk deport where? This is my country. It got built off of the resources that you cocksuckers stole from my people. Not going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere. Okay? The mother on Thursday led a procession from atop a flatbed truck wearing a white t-shirt with the words "Justice for Nahel" and the date of the death of her only child. As the procession reached the courthouse, she held up a red flare as crowds chanted her only child's name. Sent chills through my bones just now. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, they have a problem. They have a you know, the youth over there, like the youth everywhere, is upset. It's upset. And rightfully so. Okay? So in several cities, they turning up. 700 people were arrested overnight. 45 police officers was injured. You feel me? So they turned up over there. You feel me? Chickens are coming home to roost. Chickens are coming home to roost. This shit gotta come to it don't gotta come to an end, because nothing is necessarily gonna end. Things just change and some things remain the same. But the pendulum is swinging. People are turning up. And you know me, I'm gonna say the people need to stay with their foot on their neck, because change has to happen, you know, and it's not gonna happen through the process that, you know, motherfuckers want to you know what I mean, that they would safely recommend while they sit back and sip on their fucking tea and eat croissants and whatnot and hope the world changes because they want it to. No, nigga, the world don't change like that. You niggas need to put in some work. You know what I mean? The world changes with action. So whatever it's gonna take, something has to happen. You know what I mean? Something has to happen. You know? I'm not that invested in France where I'm like, oh, they're burning my favorite store. Fuck France. You know what I'm talking about? Fuck them uppity ass Europeans and whatnot. And to be honest with you, on some American shit, you niggas want to talk, you want to get on your G.I. Joe shit. France is like a frenemy of America. Fake love. Them niggas was talking about jumping ship and whatnot. They got a lot of fake love. They're not going to stand up to America against China nor Russia. You understand? But Russia, that whole Franco-Russia thing, Russia is kicking their asses in Africa, right? Russia is disposing of them. The Africans are burning French flags and raising Russian flags, okay? So the influence of Russia on the continent is threatening the quote unquote whatever power or whatever hold that France had on those resources, and whatever hold that they had on them people's minds and whatnot, and whatever hold that they had on the hearts and the minds of those Africans that they conquered. That shit is beginning to wear off. Okay. And we know them Africans love them some fucking French, y'all. You know what I'm talking about? Them Africans love them some goddamn French. You know? And they're gonna have to, I'm gonna watch this thing unfold. I'm gonna keep y'all updated as to what the hell is going on over there. Okay. The African spirits are here with full effect, just waiting for y'all to put the Bible and Quran down and join the spiritual realm and join the fight. Them niggas don't pick up the Bible. What you talking about? Last time I checked, they was all in the motherfucking Bible, bro. You know what I'm talking about? The voodoo guy I'm talking to. They fucks with the Bible. I don't know what you talking about, right? Don't they do that? You know, we know that they do it on a flipping tin. It's like a flip, but they didn't put that Bible down. They still picking that shit up. You know? A July 4th lecture. On what? What would it be on? I don't know what it would be on. I do have a lecture coming up this month for this right here. Let me go ahead and pull that up. I'm glad you brought that up. I do have a lecture coming up for American Gods, part 6, but it won't be on the 4th though. It'll probably be at the end of the month. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. This France thing is shout out to, I'm just sending energy to the Mondim and the youth them and the people over there in France, you know what I mean? Because we stand by our people regardless of what language they speak, regardless of anything. If you standing up for your own, if you standing up for your people, if you standing up for one of your ancestors, if you decide that you want to take some motherfucking if you want to turn up, then if it's justified, then I'm standing with you. You know what I mean? I'm standing with you. You said make it on the 4th or about the 4th. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna talk to Blue about that, because if we do anything, it's gonna be about Sirius. If we do anything, it would be to teach people about the whole aspects of what Sirius is to the 4th of July. Sirius rising. We're in currently the dog days of summer, ladies and gentlemen. And we're also on the eve, we're inside of this moon. And I'm going to break down what this moon is, whatnot. This is a buck moon. This is this is the first super moon of the mother effing year, y'all. You understand? This right now, this day, right? We're in it. We're in a very, very, very advantageous time. We're in a very powerful time. And I'm going to break it down. I'm going to pull up the article and I'll share it with everybody and we'll read on it. But you know me, I like to keep y'all up to date when it comes to these moons and stuff like that, because these are our windows of opportunity. These are our windows of opportunity to get things going. So today is an advantageous day to do your rituals. You feel me? To write down your invocations and whatnot. We already did it. We did the invocations with Blue Pill, remember, a few weeks ago. So now it's time for them things to come true and shit like that. So yeah, we'll be talking about that before the show is over. We'll tap into that. You dig? We'll tap into that. You know what I'm saying? It's Capricorn moon. Yeah, nope. So there was a lot of things that happened with we're in the Jason months, you know what I'm saying? Make yourself at home. We are currently in the Jason months. Just be very aware of it. Just be very aware of it. You know what I mean? It's nothing to be afraid of. It's nothing to be intimidated by. This is actually something to celebrate, the dog days of the summer. This is actually something to celebrate, the dog days of the summer. You feel me? Meanwhile, over here in the States, people are still partying and bullshit and twerking at funerals and they're not ready to handle the realness like in France. Yeah, niggas want to dance. They don't want to turn up like France. You feel me? They want to dance. They want to prance and they want to dance. They don't want to turn up like France. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good though, because it is what it is. Either they'll be forced to stand up and get serious about shit, or they just gonna fall by the wayside. You know what I mean? They just gonna fall by the wayside. There's no other way around it. So we just gotta focus on us. We just gotta focus on us. You know what I mean? Because the knuckle draggers is gonna knuckle drag. You feel me? They not finna change. They gonna do what they've been doing. They are considered to be NPCs at this point, non-playable characters. They just the stereotypes in the background. You gotta focus on you, the one with motion, the one with the vision, the one that can see. All right. So over the past few days since we last linked up on Third Eye Thursdays, the Supreme Court handed down 3 verdicts, and these 3 verdicts are very interesting and whatnot. Blue Pill has a video on his channel. I highly suggest that y'all go and check it out. He was going in, he kind of unpacked the whole thing. So I'll just briefly comb over it real quickly. Affirmative action got struck down by the Supreme Court. Who fucking rah? Okay, hooray and hoorah. And at the end of the day, who cares? Shout out to all of the my father benefited off of affirmative actions, but nigga, those windows are closed. We're not living in my father's days anymore. We're not living in a civil rights era. That was a civil right era mandate. That shit doesn't last forever. Okay, blacks or black people, you only have acts. You don't have laws. You have amendments. You have acts. And you got mandates, right? You are, and we are, right? No, fuck that. You are, because I got my shit together. I got my status. I'm not. I won't consider no. Fuck that. We are. We dead in the eyes of the law. We dead in the eyes of the law. Okay. So the thing that Claude Anderson was talking about, his premonitions of us becoming 4th-class citizens, right? He said it on the Breakfast Club. He said the shit on Sarnetta. He said it on Hidden Colors. Everywhere that Dr. Claude Anderson goes, he talks about us devolving into 4th-class citizens, meaning that there's going to be other races that they're going to put in front of us. And currently, what it's looking like on the totem pole or the hierarchy pyramid, right? During the days of my father, his days, there was white people, and then right underneath it was black or Afro-Americans or Negroes, what they were calling them in the 60s and shit like that. Fast forward to today, that pyramid looks a little bit different than it did during my father's era. There's Europeans, what they call white. Then right underneath them are Asians. Then right underneath them are Indians, right? They would consider to be Asians, Indians, and Europeans are all Caucasians. Okay? But those are Asians. Right? Those are Asians. That's Asia. Asia Major, Asia Minor, and whatnot. And then you have the Latino population or Latinx or like whatever the fuck they call them. And then you got the blacks. They created buffer races to put in between us. The Asians, they were the ones who are responsible for getting the affirmative action thing shut down. That's their fingerprints on that. That's their work and whatnot. They the same ones who were able to lobby a motherfucking Asian hate bill and get that shit passed in the fastest amount of time that I've ever seen as a car carrying American. Okay, they had that they put that shit on the floor, like Lotto said. They put it on the floor in a matter of months. It looked like they didn't waste no time. Niggas start beating up on Asians. They got that hate bill passed in record time. You understand? And they have surpassed in terms of the median, you know, how much you earn in your household. They have surpassed niggas, black people, Negroes, what the fuck, whatever you want to call them, the blacks, African American, Afro Americans, all of these fake ass crayon titles that don't mean anything, but we calling ourselves all of these things. So we don't mean nothing. And I'm not saying that to take no shots at nobody. I don't have, you know, it doesn't feed my ego to try to berate or to talk down. That's why I say we. I'm French tonight. I said we. I'm not trying to distance. We all in this shit together. They don't know the difference, nigga. They gonna see me. They gonna see you. They see you. They see me. It don't make no difference. You understand? I'll never try to position myself like I'm better than. But if when I let you know that I'm aware of the work that needs to be done, and I'm arduously pursuing that on a daily basis to get shit right. I'm not just sitting back comfortable with the status that I see myself and others in. You know? But that shit that Claude Anderson said is starting to look like a reality, bro. It's starting to look like a reality. That these groups have surpassed us. And then you have the privileged groups, LBGT. They struck down, the Supreme Court said, you know what? Because this is a conservative Republican. This is what Trump did. This is Trump's legacy. People don't understand what Trump was doing when he was stacking the deck with those judges and whatnot. He was setting shit up that was going to last for the next 20 to 30 years and whatnot. That's why he's a fucking legend. You know what I mean? For the work that he did on his side. You know what I'm saying? For the work that he did on his side. Give me 1 minute. And they carry a nice size fraction of business firm ownership. Latinx has more business firms than we do. This shit ain't rocket scientist. You could go to ChatGPT or any of the quote unquote AI tools that are out there and start doing the research about where we are. And you need to go and ask ChatGPT how to get out the fucking sunken place too. We need to talk to the AI and try to figure some shit out, because the way that it looks, nobody. Who the fuck has the answer? Charlemagne the God? Who's your leader? Who is y'all leader? Puff Daddy? P. Diddy? At the Invest Fest? Who's your leader, bro? You know what I'm talking about? Ice Cube? Like, who's the leader? Who's the one that's coming up with these plans? Who's the thought leader? Who is him? I need to know. You feel me? I need to know, because we can't name a politician we know in hindsight after getting our feelings hurt by investing in these people who are not worth investing in, that the politician shit don't work in terms of leadership, right? Yes, you need politicians at the local level. Play that game, but let's stop hoisting politicians like they're our fucking saving grace. We are leading ourselves. And where the hell is that getting us? Where is that getting us? I don't trust us leading us. Yeah, you got to be your own leader. Yeah, that's cool and everything. But who is leading the population? Somebody got to lead the flock. Who's leading Sukiyana and them niggas? Who's leading the knuckle draggers? Who's leading the people that can't lead themselves? You understand? It's more of them than it is for the people that can lead themselves. Because people are not walking around doing leader-like shit on a scale that we could see it. And we on social media all together. We all following the same motherfuckers. We all on social media, and we could see the actions of individuals or groups and organizations if they were on the leadership side. We don't necessarily see that because nobody is necessarily addressing the shit that needs to be addressed every single day. There's no days off. There's no days off. Would you come back to the earth after death? Yes, because there's shit that needs to be done. Yes, I'm coming back. I'm not dipping like that. I'm not going to fucking dip. You know what I mean? I'm pulling up. I'm pulling back up. Yes. I know this may seem like a quagmire to many people and they just want to tap out. And they want to go to Uranus or Venus and just kick their fucking feet up and whatnot. But yes, I'm coming back. I'm coming back. I'm coming back as an angry ass baby. You know what I'm talking about? My responsibilities is to come back and to continue to do what the fuck I'm doing right now. And to do it at a higher level. You know what I'm saying? And I meant physically and mentally, I want to see. I want to see the fall. I want to see the fall. I want to be here for that. You know what I mean? I want to be here for that. I want to be here for the dystopian future. I'll be right back. Nigga, take me out right now. I'll be right back. You know what I'm talking about? I'll be right back. You know? I don't think I put in enough work in my breathing in the years that I've been breathing on this quote unquote prison planet. I don't think that I've even put in enough work to consider myself be like, you know what? I'm out of here. I'm out. Nah, both inner work and work to whereas I could shake the pillars of the matrix. Nah, bro. I got work to do. I got work to do. I didn't say that I was gonna come back here and be super happy and whatnot, but I got work to do. So I will be back. You know, I will be back. They got knuckle dragons in Venus too. I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. Somebody said, "Stop capping, Red." What if they gave me the option to send me to a planet where I'll be with 70 virgins and whatnot? I'm still turning it down. I could find those in Queens. I'm gonna be like, nah, I'm coming back. Fuck that. You know what I'm talking about? I'm coming back. I'm coming back. Even though hip hop is 50 years old and they not really, you know, it's kind of lackluster. I was watching the Essence Fest where they had all the who was watching that, who was at the Essence Fest, first of all, and who saw the Essence Fest videos on YouTube. The Essence Fest did more for hip hop, more of a hip hop tribute than BET did. What if I come back as a white woman? If I come back as a white woman, I'm gonna give me a nigga. I'm going to France. I'm gonna go get me come on now. You know what I'm talking about? If I came back as a Becky, then you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be an obedient Becky and go find me a daddy. You know what I'm talking about? From the Congo, nigga. And I'm gonna put on and I'm gonna be the Becky who sat by the door. Yeah, the Karen pill. I'm gonna be the Becky who sat by the door. How about that? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be the Becky giving up all the secrets to Mustafa. You know what I'm saying? Who I got in the cut. He's gonna be in the cut somewhere, and I'm gonna bring all of the motherfucking secrets to Mustafa. You feel me? I'm gonna peck my way all the way to the top. I'm gonna be a Woody Woodpecker, and I'm gonna peck my way all the way to the top of the motherfucking European pecking order. How about that? And then when I get into the motherfucker, I might even get into. I might be the chancellor. I might be fucking Margaret Thatcher. Okay, I'm gonna be Margaret Thatcher. Somebody say I gotta be a Rasta Becky. I think a Rasta Becky is a waste of Becky. You know what I mean? Fuck that. I'm not giving away I'm not giving away my affiliation. Arasta Becky is a give. You wasted your Becky card. No, I'm gonna be a fucking Baywatch Becky. I'm gonna be the Becky who sat by the door. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna peck my way to the top. I'm gonna be a Woody Woodpecker. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna peck my way to the top, and I'm gonna make it right for the brothers. Them. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make it right for the Mondem. You know? Shit. Yeah, it's a waste of Becky. You know what I'm saying? Putting locks in your hair and whatnot. You know, you just cut your Becky nose off to spite your face because, you know, that's a checkmate. You know what I'm talking about? They're going to be on you. Wherever you go, they're going to be on you. You know what I mean? They're going to be on you. So the Essence Fest did some wonderful hip hop tributes. They was rocking, yo. This fucking stage was humongous. The shit was humongous. They had LCD backgrounds and whatnot. The first show, they had Dougie Fresh coming out there beatboxing and whatnot. Big Daddy Kane. The nigga Slick Rick had a fucking chain on bigger than my son. The shit bigger than Omari, I promise you. This nigga had a piece on. The shit was bigger than my 3-year-old. Facts. And I'm like, damn, this nigga's drippy. You know what I'm talking about? He looking crazy out there. You know what I'm saying? He on his 4th childhood. But you know, that's Slick Rick. You know what I'm saying? Slick Rick could come out with a choker on. You know what I mean? On some sophisticated shit. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You know? Did they even do R&B at the Essence Fest? Because to be honest with you, there was a lot of hip-hop this year. It was Hip Hop 50. They was going dumb. Yo, them rap niggas is working this summer. All of them old niggas with the gray beards and what, them niggas they got work. I hope they get paid. I hope they getting paid because Busta Rhymes is everywhere. We already know that. Busta Rhymes is everywhere. You know what I'm talking about? That nigga is the hardest worker. He got more shows than Little Durk in him. Busta Rhymes and Spliff. Them niggas is everywhere, fam. I follow him on the Grammington. He's everywhere, bro. You know what I'm saying? Busta Rhymes is the hardest working hip hopper this year. This nigga is active. You know? Jilly did her thing. Lauren was outside, right? I seen Lauren outside with a crazy looking contraption on. But you know, I'm not a stylist anymore, so I don't, you know, I keep my nose out of people's closet and shit like that. But she was looking. You know what I'm saying? You know, if I did jump back into business, I would immediately inbox her and try to help her with her fits. You know what I'm saying? But she chilling. She was chilling. You know what I'm saying? She bought Wyclef with no prize this time. She told Prize, stay home, nigga. You on house arrest. You know what I'm saying? We don't need you this time. And she had Wyclef come out there and they was rocking and whatnot. You know, it's just good to see the old heads getting work. It should be like that every fucking festival. Yeah, they need the elder statesmen of hip hop need their own version of a Rolling Loud. You know what I mean? If hip hop is 50, they're showing you that I'm still alive. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to fucking pull up and watch Ice Spice every time. You know what I mean? Maybe a few times, but not forever. I would love to see the artists that I grew up listening to, as long as they remember their lyrics and as long as they ain't on stage looking geriatric. You know what I'm saying? I'm rocking with them. But if them niggas look like they sipping on the muddy Geritol, then I'm not, you know, I'm gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? You know, I don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to say. I seen Raekwon got married. Shout out to Raekwon. You know what I mean? That ain't the girl that he got married to. They didn't show her in the Hulu series, though. I promise you that. The girl that he got married to, she wasn't in the Hulu series, but shout out to Raekwon. It's good to see the old heads, the OGs and whatnot. That's Unc right there. It's good to see them tying a knot and making it official. You know what I'm saying? Official. Yeah, that muddy Geritol. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you on muddy Geritol, just stay home, Lil Wayne. Just stay home, fam. You know what I mean? If you're not moving and shit, if you can't, You see how Big Daddy Kane was still dancing and whatnot? If you don't got those moves, my nigga, you might want to just stay home. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, Janelle Monáe. Then she show a little bit of nip. Somebody say she a Becky. Don't do that to the God. The God ain't married. The chef ain't married no Becky. Don't do that to the God, man. Stop that. She's just a light-skinned Spanish girl, man. What you talking about? Kane, the God at LL. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, health is wealth. Health is wealth. We don't have to do a long lecture on the 4th of July. Just pull up the fucking images of these hip-hop niggas on stage and then talk from that point. Health is wealth. Because, you know, you gonna get called out on them stages. You know what I'm saying? What if they do the YouTube awards and niggas get called out 30 years from now? You know what I mean? To do one of their YouTube skits and whatnot. You're gonna want to look healthy. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna want to look healthy and fit. You know what I'm saying? So the world don't stop turning. I saw his IG too. Me and my Wiz we was investigating the whole weekend and whatnot. We was trying to figure it out. Like, wait a minute. I know this is not a Becky, right? You know what I'm talking about? This is not a Becky, right? So, nah, and my research came back that it wasn't a Becky. It was, I think she might be Spanish. You know what I'm saying? She's not light-skinned. She's either a Latina X. You know what I'm saying? She's either a Latina X or something, you know. But shout out to the God though, you know what I'm saying? That's his BM. They had children together and whatnot, you know. And you know he be on his mafia shit. That's Lex Diamonds, and you know he be on his mafia shit. So it could be she could be a mafia. She could be one of the Gottis or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? I have no idea. Yeah. They when I do the Red Summer 25th anniversary, I'm gonna be like in my 70s and whatnot. You know, I gotta still, you know what I'm saying? I might have Neuralink. I might have some type of AI with me because I might have transhumanism at that point because the nigga want to remain looking young. You know what I'm saying? Nigga want to remain looking young with the moves and whatnot. So he said they try to throw black away. They definitely had the black and white pictures. Somebody say that she Cuban, B. See, that's what I'm talking about. This is probably one of his family members. She Cuban, man. She Cuban. You don't talk about. Let's keep it moving. She's Cuban. Cubans is okay with us. Cubans, they on the fly zone. They in the fly list. She's not part of the no fly list. Cubans is, you know what I mean? They're all right with us. You know what I'm saying? They're all right with us, you know. Okay. Wasn't Vanessa Del Rio Cuban? You heard Janelle Monáe playing in Target. You wasn't checking for black and white suit, Janelle? Yeah, she had to shake that shit. She looked at her fucking algorithm and I don't think that was working for her. So she's throwing box at us right now. You know what I'm saying? She's throwing box at us. So, you know, whoever's catching it, that's on you. You know what I mean? But Janelle Monáe was like, look, I'm a sex symbol. Take it or fucking leave it. You know what I'm saying? She said she's been having a lot of sex. And, you know, she's just blossomed like a flower. You know, and who the hell am I to say anything? What am I? I mean, you know, live your life, Janelle. You know what I'm saying? Live your life. You know, you grown, you responsible. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she got any children. She don't got no children. So she could do whatever floats her boat. She got some bread, you know what I mean? Yeah, somebody said she munched out. See, I haven't heard her talking. I know she got a new mind state and whatnot. I didn't hear her new brain and whatnot. I just been seeing the pictures. And I'm saying, you know what? You know, do you, sister, whatever floats your boat. You know what I mean? Do what you do. Yeah, remember Vita Guerrera? She was Cuban. You Cuban and Jamaican. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the bridesmaids didn't look Cuban. They did look Long Islandish. You know what I'm saying? They did look like they was from Long Island. But you know, Janelle killed it though. Her and Jill Scott. She got a catalog. She got songs that you niggas know. Cause I don't know. I don't remember Janelle's catalog like that. But Jilly from Philly, man, oh man. You know what I'm saying? Man, oh man. That's all I gotta say. Man, oh man. I've had a thing for Jill Scott from when I was a young nigga. You know what I'm saying? When I wasn't even young back then. I was just young for her. You know what I'm saying? But now I got some gray in my beard. Jelly. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I don't want to get put in the doghouse. I'm just playing, y'all. But shout out to everybody at the Essence Fest. You know, one of the things that there's a discrepancy about people. There's a discrepancy about the state of the culture in hip hop at its 50th year. However, overall, melanin music or melanated music or Moorish music or black music is the best expression from the human race musically in the last few hundred years. It's nothing fucking with it, and it has a humbling effect to it. You know what I'm talking about? We could talk shit all day about these artists, and I done seen some trash ass performances. I'm gonna keep it a buck, but this whole hip hop 50 thing, it's been putting me more at ease in my appreciation bag. You know what I mean? It's been giving me an appreciation for the foundation of the background, the shit that's been playing in the background all my life, because music it has a very integral part of my upcoming and my upbringing and whatnot. It's been the soundtrack to my whole existence. You know what I mean? In this incarnation. So I'll never be one to just shit on the music and whatnot. Some of the performers got to get their stage show together. You know what I mean? But that's a whole nother conversation. But overall, the music is magical. Like, let's keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? The music, what the fuck? The music is magical. What about Lil Uzi's new album, The Pink Tape? You know what? I might have listened to about 3 songs. I can't really judge the album because I don't even know what the fuck be going on. Like, I'm not in the Uzi verse. I'm not in the Little Uzi verse. So I could just judge the shit, but I could be right or wrong because I'm not a part of that universe. You understand what I'm saying? I think he has his own universe, and I'm not a part of that. So I can't judge his album. You know what I'm saying? I know that it's going crazy though. It's doing its numbers, but I don't know. I don't know. Crown Royale. Whose song is that? Who is that? Janelle or Jill? What's Crown Royale? Whose song is that? Yeah, well, one of the reasons why I canceled my trip to New York is because of the air quality. They fucking around with the air out there, and I was gonna bring my son to New York, so I wasn't gonna subject him to that because I don't know what's going on with the weather. I'm just keeping it a buck. I don't know what's going on. I seen little bugs attacking people in Central Park. It looks very cloudy on some days, and then some days it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know what the hell is going on with my city. So when I do go back, I don't know if I'm bringing my 3-year-old with me, but I will be back soon to just get on the ground and see what the hell is going on. You know what I'm saying? Because, that's home. You know what I mean? I got family still there. Like I can't turn my back on my city, but my spirit is telling me something is going on. You know what I mean? My spirit, my innate spirit is like, look, there's some strange shit going on. You know what I mean? Be very observant. You know what I mean? Don't jump to no conclusions. It's telling me observe. Am I going to Shasta this year? Inshallah. Blue Pill is throwing a trip, so inshallah I will be there because I do need to go there. I've been summoned to the mountain, you know, so I do need to make that pilgrimage to the mystical mountains and whatnot. We got a few things coming up. I believe we got a physical event this month and next month. I'll keep y'all updated to it. I'll let y'all know what that's about. And then Blue Pill is going to be in Shasta. I believe that's next month too. I'm going to let you know about that. I'll keep you updated on that as well. You've been getting back into music lately and you listening to jungle and Afrobeat mixtapes. Look, Blue Pill said something yesterday about mixtapes and it took me to YouTube and I was listening to Clue mixtapes all night. Whew, man. Because DJ Clue was on, they had an interview. It was a few of them and they were talking about mixtapes. And it just reminded me, and I had reminded Ja many shows, many times I was speaking about the power of the fucking mixtape. For those of y'all who didn't grow up listening to mixtapes, you know what I mean? You were robbed of that experience. So I was like, yo, shit crazy. Shit crazy. You know? Shit crazy. Desert Storm era. Yes. I was hearing shit that I forgot all about, yo. The mixtape era, man, that's 93, 4, 5, 6, 7, and probably like 9, up to 2000. Yeah, that's the run right there. DJ Clue, Cluminati. That's what he was called. Cluminati. Not the albums. Not the fucking albums. The mixtapes. Yes, the birth of Fabulous, right? F-A-B-O. That's the birth of Fabulous through the Clue tapes. You feel me? Through the Clue tapes. DJ Woo Kid, Clue, and Doo-Wop. No, not Woo Kid, my bad. Doo-Wop and Clue had it on lock, and so did Ron fucking G and SNS. But Clue, to me, is the father. Do not ever bring up DJ Drama, no disrespect, but a lot of people have a problem with giving pioneers their credit, okay? I like to talk about the pioneers. I don't necessarily like to talk about the niggas who came because the pioneers were there first. I'm not into third and fourth generation conversations. I like to, because I'm not a third and fourth generation kind of person. No disrespect. You could leave that. Let the young people talk about shit like that. I like to talk about shit that I experienced and I lived through. The original, the origin. You know, I'm talking about primary source code, to give people some context. Because they don't be having context. Yeah, the Bad Boy mixtapes. Big Mac. Remember Big Mac? Now, Gangsta Grill mixtapes was the shit. Don't get it fucked up. That Jeezy mixtape was life for me. But that was in 2003. You know what I'm saying? Gangsta Grills was the fucking shit. Don't think that I'm hating on it. Not. But DJ Clue was better. Okay. There's nothing fucking with the Clue mixtape, that run that he had. There's nothing on this planet fucking with that. I don't care what nobody say. You had to be there. You had to be there. On My Way to Church. Who did On My Way to Church? Was that Drama? Who did On My Way to Church? Or that was his first album? Okay, that was his first album. He was cooking Mace. DJ Green Lantern. Damn, you bringing it back. Shit, I forgot about Green Lantern. Green Lantern is a pioneer. Green Lantern was a problem. But Green Lantern, I'm talking about, he was there, but he wasn't on Clue's level. He wasn't on Clue levels. Clue, before he got signed to Rockefeller, he was dangerous. Then he got signed to Rockefeller, and I think they even said it. They neutralized him. They neutralized him because he was so hot. They was like, fuck it, we gonna sign this nigga and turn him into an album. That's when they neutralized DJ Clue. Remember, Clue is a Queens nigga. Dame and fucking Jay, that's Brooklyn and Harlem. They don't have no, that's a Queens nigga. They sabotaged him. He was getting too hot. He had too much play. And he was putting Nas on the mixtapes. So they just signed him, and they basically, in a way, they shelved him because this nigga wasn't wavy after Rockefeller. He wasn't breaking artists like that. He was breaking new music before he got signed to Rockefeller as an artist. He was killing them on breaking. He was getting all the exclusives. But think about it. Once you get signed to a label, you got to play by industry. He was outside the industry before they brought his ass in. Then he became more industry. They put his ass on a radio station, and this nigga's been basuda ever since. He's been basuda. And then they had the shit where he got assaulted on the fucking documentary where Beanie Siegel went all up in his mouth. Pause. On some Queen shit. You know what I'm talking about? On some Queen shit. You know what I'm saying? Queens nigga. Queens get the money, but you know, they not known for being tough guys. I'm just saying. They not known for their toughness. You know what I mean? Even with the whole 50 cents appeal that you know, that nigga's a great marketer. How about that? He marketed his ass very good. Have you niggas believing that this was a tough guy? They're not known for being tough. That's why when he came out with How to Rob, it made the whole game stop for a minute. It was like, is this nigga from Brownsville? You know what I'm saying? Is he from Bed-Stuy? There's like, nah, he from Queens. Niggas was like, Queens? How is it a Queens nigga talking grimy? How is a Queens nigga talking greasy to us? You know what I'm saying? We let Mobb Deep, because that's Queensbridge. Now, that's the difference. Queensbridge is different. They was in their own world. We didn't even see Queensbridge like Queens niggas. We didn't see them like Queen. They was just different. But everything outside of Queensbridge, man, listen, don't even play with me, bro. Jimmy ran from True Life. Yeah. Early clues with Nas and Nature intro free. You hear me, bro? Them Nas freestyles, them Biggies, man. Clue was a problem, y'all. You could find all his shit on YouTube. You could find the mixtape, Summertime Shootout. I think it was Summertime Shootout 1, 2, 3. All of that Mace freestyles, like that was the era. Early, yeah, I remember hearing early, like Little Kim shit, all of that. Anyway, that's the mixtape era. Yeah, DJ Clue is definitely the go-to mixtapes. You know what I mean? You went to Queens and you was like, these niggas got houses. Or these niggas is residential. What you talking about? Why you so tough and you came out of a house, homie? You niggas literally have front yards. We didn't have that in New York like that. You know? We didn't have that like New York. Look at my nigga from Southside. He's standing up. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, fam. Let's stop the bullshit. We ain't calling you soft. We just saying, you know what I'm talking about. Y'all proved to the other boroughs that y'all wasn't soft. Y'all did that. You know what I mean? Over the years, y'all did that. Y'all stood up for yourselves. You know what I'm saying? But we know that Far Rockaway and Queensbridge, we don't consider that to be like, you know what I mean? That might be your two toughest areas and whatnot. Southside, they get busy and whatnot. But keep in mind, we're talking about back in those days. We talking pre-50 cents. So Nas, Nature, Cormega, all of the Queensbridge niggas, and then you had Nori and them out of Left Rack, and you had Mobb Deep and all of them. So niggas, they gave them their props. They, they was in the tunnel thumping with everybody and all of that. But Supreme Team, homie had a name. Supreme Team, Supreme. His name always been ringing. His name always been ringing. But those was God bodies who was getting money, and they was God, and they was clean. And yeah, their hammer definitely went off. You know what I'm saying? And then Fat Cat and them niggas fucked up when they killed that police. You remember that? Niggas acting too tough. You know what I mean? There you go. You niggas trying to prove themselves and fucked up the whole game. Acting too tough. And when to murk the police. You acting too tough. You made everything hot. So whereas Ronald Reagan was holding the police badge, talking about we taking these niggas down. But I remember going with A.A. Rashid's mother. It was it was me, A.A., Ashraf, and a few other, and like 2 or 3 other people. I think Blue was with us. This had to be like 89. And we went to Queens because she was tapped in. She's Muslim, so she's tapped in to that Muslim God body community. And I went to Queens and I saw niggas from the Supreme Team, and I'm a pre-teen, and these niggas had a glow on them, bro. These dudes had a whole glow on them, bro. They looked angelic. They had all white, 360 waves, clean lineups, clean, like skin clean, everything clean, bro. These niggas look like archangels, because they was angelic, but they was outside. They just looked different, bro. They was just different. You feel me? They was just different. You know what I mean? They had an aura to them that I've never seen any of the Brooklyn dudes have. You feel me? They had an aura on them that I did not. Because remember, Queens get the money. You have rich dudes in Queens. Brooklyn, not so much. You can't be a rich dude in Brooklyn too tough, because there's too many wolves out there, too many piranhas, there's too many snakes in the grass. A lot of the rich dudes got taken out. You feel me? And if there was a rich crew, they wasn't, that didn't last too long. You know what I mean? It was always some shit going on, because there's too many stick-up kids, and it's too many people that have not in Brooklyn for you to be walking around or driving around and you flossing on everybody. Nah, you had to be super tough in order to keep that shit going. And that's why the rappers had to take over, because the street niggas, you know what I mean? The street Brooklyn niggas went out of town and got rich. They didn't get rich in Brooklyn. It's not where you was gonna get rich at. You know what I mean? Too much griminess out there. Oh nah, Supreme definite. That's why the 50 Cent shit is so big, that he pushed homie off of his pedestal. That's why the 50 Cent thing still reverberates to this day, because he took down a major figure. Okay, Supreme was beefing with, he took down Ja Rule and these niggas. These were pawns and whatnot, but the real power, it was Supreme. You know what I mean? The real power behind that nigga was Jimmy Henchman and Supreme. And of course, as you can see, both of them dudes is locked up. Yeah, I gotta go check out that. I didn't see that shit that Nas did. I'm gonna go check that out one day. I was on Netflix watching the American Gladiators story. That was interesting. That used to be my shit. So I had to watch the American Gladiator story, because I was like, what the fuck was going on behind the scenes with these niggas? And there was a lot of shit going on behind the scenes with them niggas, bro. I tell you. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot going on behind the scenes. A lot. So yeah, man. Shout out to Queens. Shout out to DJ Clue. Shout out to everybody in the rap game who's being celebrated in this 50-year anniversary. I hope all of y'all get money. I hope all of y'all get your teeth fixed. I hope all of y'all get insurance. I hope all of y'all get life and death insurance. I hope all of y'all get stipends. We need a union. Somebody needs to rally. We need a councilman or woman and whatnot. There needs to be a black politician that's gonna get behind the motherfucking to put a union together to take care of these rappers, because these are national treasures. When we roll these niggas out when hip hop turns 75, nigga, we still need all of them BBLs to still be intact. You know what I'm talking about? We need them niggas with them veneers and whatnot. We need all of them veneers to still be working. We need all of those goddamn lean bellies to be slimmed up and whatnot. We need our people to look good. You know what I'm talking about? So on Hip Hop 75th, when they bring out fucking Chief Keef and Tyga and Northwest and these niggas and Little Diddy Combs, we need them to look good. We need them to look good. We need them to look healthy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Ralph McDaniels lived in Queens? Really? He's a legend. I thought he was a Brooklyn dude. That's what's up. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. There's a bunch of ice grills and concrete. Yeah, free the thugger. Free the thugger. You know what I'm saying? Chief Keef got the grandpa belly already. Yeah, man. This nigga look like he holding on to twins or something. I don't know what the hell be on. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? But the Supreme Court struck down LBGT, where they said that if a business deems a LBGT couple to go against their quote unquote religion or their values, they could deny them service. You heard them making a big fucking ado about affirmative action and the other thing. They didn't say too much about the LBGT ruling from the Supreme Court, right? So what had happened was some Europeans, I think they was from Utah, right? I could be incorrect, but they were from one of those Midwestern spots. And it was basically a graphic designer, right? It was basically a graphic designer, and a couple had came, a same-sex couple wanted them to do a wedding flyer or like something for their wedding. And the graphic designer was like, nah, stop for law. You know what I'm talking about? They're like, nah, we ain't doing that. That go against our Christianity or whatever the religion was. I believe it was Christianity. So they was like, nah, we don't do boogerism. You know what I mean? We don't do Babylon things. They took that shit to the Supreme Court. You feel me? They took that shit all the way to the Supreme Court, and the fucking graphic designer won. Okay? The graphic designer won. They struck a blow to the protected class, right? And you didn't think that could happen. You know what I'm talking about? You didn't think that could happen. But it did. You know? And it happened during Pride Month. You know what I'm saying? Y'all took a lot of L's this month, y'all. Where y'all at? Y'all took a lot of L's. All right, it was a man, not a woman, it was a man. LBGT, the Alphabet Crew, y'all took some L's this month. Y'all had Kid Rock on your ass. Pause. You know what I mean? Budweiser and all of that. You know what I'm saying? They threw that shit back at you. Y'all took some L's. Y'all got some hits to the chin. You know what I mean? Y'all was out there looking wobbly on the fucking ropes. You know, niggas is pushing back. Then you gonna have DeSantis. You better hope that nigga don't become president. He gonna go stupid. Man denies making requests cited. Okay, as website designer Lori Smith battled Colorado. A man requested that she design a website for his upcoming same-sex marriage. You know what I mean? Colorado could not compel the evangelical Christian to design same-sex wedding websites. What does that mean overall? What that means is all of that shit that they were doing with the ESG and all of that shit where all of these businesses, once again, because like I said, and I don't have no dogs in a race. I don't have no horses in that race. I'm just saying, I'm stating the quote unquote obvious, right? That businesses and corporations, they don't have no right to push agendas that don't got nothing to do with those business. What the fuck does PetSmart have to do with the Rainbow Coalition? Why when I go into PetSmart, there's rainbow flags? I never encountered a gay poodle. They just look zesty. I seen a poodle that looked zesty. I turn around to go get the pooper scooper and turn back around, and he's getting some fucking action. This zesty nigga, the French poodle, looking like he's zesty from France, he was getting some fucking cheeks, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So as zesty as he looked, when he saw the right time, he was on that ass. You know, pause. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't man on man. So even the poodles know where to fucking stick it, bro. Yeah, the poodles was on. He heard Pound Town. I'm inside of PetSmart, and Pound Town comes on. I turn around. I go to get a collar. I turn back around, and he's smacking bellies. You know what I'm saying? This nigga smacking bellies. So even the poodles know. So I'm like, why the fuck do they have all of these rainbows at the pet shop? You know what I'm talking about? The laundry detergent. Like, I'm trying to get I'm trying to clean my socks. I'm trying to clean my whites, my niggas. I go for the motherfucking bleach. You know what I'm talking about? And the shit got flags on it. So why does sexual preferences have to be integrated into our consumer products? You got me thinking about sex on some Adidas shit. Why? You know what I mean? Like I said, where's the flag for the polygamists? Where's the flags for niggas that like missionary? Because you're assigning flags to people's sexual preferences. Well, I like BBWs, nigga. Where's my flag? You know what I'm saying? Can I get a 2X flag? If that's my preference, you know what I'm talking about? Right? If I got a foot fetish, is there a foot flag? You know what I'm saying? Or does it all go underneath the fucking, do I just add a letter to the fucking LBGT shit? Like, is that where all the letter add-ons come on when you find a new kink, my niggas? You know what I'm saying? When you understand Serpent and the Rainbow. Yo, I made a whole song about that. Haitian voodoo. I made a whole song about that. Interesting that you say that. Yeah, where's the POG flag at? You know what I'm saying? Where's the POG flag at? I need that. You know what I'm saying? It's niggas in California, Beverly Hills, they need the POG flag, nigga. What are we talking about? So it's a I'm not taking no shots at nobody's thing. I'm just calling hypocrisy. And don't take it personal, because you are not the flag. You are not the father. You know what I'm saying? Don't let me pull Maury out and shame you niggas. You're not the father. You didn't create this shit. You know what I'm saying? You just a help. You're only a customer. You didn't create this shit. You're not Roman. This is not you. You're not Roman Polanski, nigga. Or nigga. It's not you. You're underneath a spell. You know what I'm saying? It's not you. Snap out of it. Snap out of it. Wake up. It's not you. Because people be taking shit personal. But I speak to I'm speaking to your boss. If I come into Starbucks, I want to talk to the manager. You know what I'm saying? You over there on a Frappuccino. I ain't even talking to you. You know what I'm talking about? You the glorified help. I'm not talking to the frat people. I'm not talking to you. Where's your manager? Matter of fact, I'm talking to the higher ups, the office. Send me to corporate offices. That's I want to go to. I want to go from the top down. You know, I want to go from the top down. You know, foot fetish is big. They need their own flag. Then should I stitch one together of a fucking foot? Should I stitch one? Because I do know that the foot fetish thing is big. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know about that. I'm following a few of them. You know, I'm following a few of them. So I know about the fetish game. Where's your flag though? That's my question. Since these niggas got a flag, then where's your flag? You know what I'm saying? Where's your flag? Fuck it. I wanna identify my sexual preference and fly it from my front window. You know what I mean? So shorties would know what I'm into, so they could knock on my door and bring me some fucking milk. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying. Now, the implications of that Supreme Court ruling, even though it's in Colorado, you know, what happens in Colorado is going to affect everywhere. Because the same thing that's going on with affirmative action, they struck it down in the colleges. Well, what about when they do it to corporate America? Because you know that's coming next. I had to call my dad. I was like, look, you need to retire. You know what I'm saying? Because, nigga, just bow out gracefully because they coming for your job, bro. Because you one of them niggas that you know what I mean? You might be the third nigga that got a job off of affirmative action. You know what I'm saying? Just count your motherfucking blessings. You know what I mean? You rape the system. You got them. You know what I mean? Yeah, you clean their pockets. But everything comes to an end. So what is Black America finna do? Because you already know the conversation in these corporate board offices. You know what I mean? They didn't want you as there anyway. They was being tolerant of you. They was being tolerant of you. Now they don't have to tolerate your ass. They can start axing these niggas and get rid of them because, like I said, they would rather the buffer class. They would rather, no disrespect to anybody from Africa, but if you talk to white America and corporate America, they would easily put a Nigerian in your seat from Miss from Alabama. You want to put the Juneteenth stickers up. You niggas want to burn fucking incense and sage and whatnot. You want to play Umar mad loud and shit like that. You make them feel uncomfortable. You had the Black Lives Matter t-shirts and everything. This nigga from Nigeria and Uganda, they not politicized in the workspace. Them niggas is putting Jesus on the wall, and that's it. And they putting pictures of little Fatima, you know what I'm saying, and little Mahmoud and whatnot, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? They might put a picture of their village and shit, but they not going to work and being political. It's you niggas from America. Y'all political. Y'all making it hot. You go into corporate America and you bringing your baggage with you. You niggas is set up they fucking cubicle and this shit look like they apartment, my niggas. They getting rid of you niggas first. How about they had enough of you niggas? You did your job. You know what I'm saying? You got the stocks to where they needed to be. You're expendable. Yeah, tethers. You're expendable. Be ready for it because it's coming. You know what I'm talking about? It's coming. They have the buffer classes. They're bringing in mad illegal immigrants. You know what I'm saying? So the buffer class is the Asians. Then it's the Indians from India. Red dots. Nigga, I ain't talking about Toto and them niggas. I'm talking about them niggas that Gandhi and them was talking about. Them niggas is coming for your fucking lunch money. And then underneath them is the Latina, a Latino, and they like, they be like, black who? When they get around white folk, they like, nigga who? You know what I mean? Like, they don't even want to talk negativity or nigga activity. Y'all don't even exist to them when they're around white folk. And then underneath them would be the Caribbean, niggas from the continent, and niggas from black Caribbeans, and yeah, basically niggas from the continent and the niggas from the UK this in Hollywood taking everybody's jobs and whatnot. You know, all of those black actors that come for your lunch money. And then they're gonna get to us. That's crazy. And then there's a few other buffers. Like I said, the LBGT is a buffer race. It's a buffer group for that matter. So whatever the fuck comes out of that group, it don't matter. The skin, they putting them in front of the blacks. They get preference before you eat. So just think about a dinner table. And when the food comes out, they're serving you last. You know how our egos are. We want nigga, what you doing? Let me get that biscuit. No, nigga, you gotta wait. Imagine being at Papa Do's with that good ass bread. Imagine being at a 7-star, 10-star restaurant. You know what I mean? You niggas is in Dubai having one of those $1,000 steaks and whatnot, and it's a big ass table with 30 people and whatnot. And they come out with the sizzlers and shit like that. They come out with the fucking with the like how they serve fajitas and whatnot. The shit is still hot, sizzling, and they serve everybody. And then you come next. You come last with the hot. You got a hard biscuit. You know how Papa Do's got the soft biscuit, but by the time they get to you, the shit is cold and hard. And then you get the last servings and whatnot. You get the leftovers. Come on, man. If niggas don't know that this is a fucking warning sign to get your shit together. Yeah, the East Indians is running IT. Are you serious? They're going to take this shit, bro. They're going to surpass the Asians because of their IT expertise. Google, Microsoft, all of them are going over to India, throwing hundreds of millions of dollars to them. Right? And then the other people are going to Africa, throwing hundreds of millions of dollars to the Africans because the Africans are more resourceful because they got the resources. They willing to cut any deal with a nigga from Africa. I'll grant you 5,000 visas and we'll give you all of these niggas jobs. That's how they do it. If you give us access to that diamond mine, you give us access to that uranium. You give us access to that oil and that gas. And them Africans, you bring them niggas a Louis bag and a fucking Ashcroft, them niggas is signing anything. You know they want to wear the Ashcroft, the little tie around their neck, some fucking Louis, you know what I mean? Or some Dior, nigga, and they're sold. It don't take much to buy them out. They're sold. You know what I mean? Niggas will bring them a Louis blanket with the tribal fucking signs from their tribe, but they don't, you know what I mean? And it's like a remake, and they'll be like, oh my goodness, Louis Vuitton. Oh God. Nigga, you had the original Louis, nigga. What are you doing? You know what I'm talking about? This is your tribal signs and your fucking motifs. But it's more expensive because it comes from France. I get it. Yeah, serve these niggas. You know what I mean? Wash them. That's how they get washed on a continent. You know what I mean? They doing so much lap dancing. For China, for Russia. Then American is coming over there eating they scraps and shit like that. They still twerking for America. Letting them all in they fucking business. Shit crazy, man. I don't know if I'm coming back. Somebody asked me if I'm coming back. This shit is so twisted, bro. I don't even know if I'm coming back, man. This shit, I'm on second thoughts. This shit is a quagmire. You know? And then the other thing that the Supreme Court struck down, because to be honest with you, like I said, affirmative action was helping more white women and other niggas than it was actually helping our people. You know what I'm saying? Later on down the line, I'm talking about like around now. That shit was beneficial when it first popped off for the civil rights audience, but they already put them in position. You know what I mean? And then after they put them in position, they was putting other people in position. White women came up off of that. They came up off of that. You feel me? Oh, the student loans. That's the other hammer that dropped. Yeah, so fuck your student loans. That's what the government said, because Joe Biden used that shit as a carrot, a dangling carrot. Whole Biden, he used that shit to get you niggas to put him in office, and then they struck that shit down. You know what I mean? What's that? Fannie Mae and them? They want they fucking bread, bro. But what does that show? That shows that college is not the future. I would not willingly put mines into debt. I will go ahead and spend 10 bands and put them into a certification program for either skills, accreditations, a skill, or talent. Put them into coding school, sending him to an online academy to learn how to build large language models so he could build his own fucking virtual world. You know? Not sending them to college. Crazy. It don't make no sense. And they not forgiving all of the people who in debt. They can't even get a goddamn job and whatnot. Niggas was already spending money that they didn't have. Oh man. Uncle Joe about to forgive this debt. I'm about to get my credit up to 800 and I'm about to get me that 800. Oh man, I can't wait, baby. And people were spending money that they didn't even have yet. Come to fuck around and they shut that shit down. You know? They shut that shit down. You know? I don't know what to say. I think my debt is like 2 bands and whatnot. I didn't last but 1 semester. You feel me? I didn't last. Nah, I think I lasted 2. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't for me. You know? But yeah, man, that shit crazy. So, you know, the Supreme Court is cooking. You know, they active. And of course, yeah, affirmative action. And what that's gonna do ultimately is just have our people hopefully become more unified and see the importance in coming together and to kick ass as a collective, because we have a lot of people who don't see us as individuals. They see us as a collective and we're threatening to them. And we're the targets that are in the way, because they ultimately want to get the prize, and to them the prize is not toppling the white man. It's not checkmating the white man in particular, because they don't have, you know, imagine an Indian person in America thinking that they're going to take over America and beat white people. That's not their mentality. Their mentality is, we just want a seat at the table, but we want a seat that's real close to the front, to the top seat. You know? And we're going to pillage this country for their resources, and we're going to build our country up. And if we do take America down, it's going to be through our country, not through the individual. The way the Chinese people see it, they'll wait for Mother China to take this bitch down. They're going to wait for Mother India. Us, on the other hand, we're not working as a collective. It's one nigga out there think, I'm going to take this shit down. This is all me. Yeah, nigga. How did that work out? You know? How did that work out? So yeah, homeschooling. The AI is going to be teaching your children. So you might as well, like I said, that's why I did the book. That's why I got in front of it and I did AI for Starseeds, because I already knew it was coming. I knew that the AI was going to take over in terms of the schools real quick. You know what I mean? That's why I put these books out, so people could get ahead of the game. Don't think because I haven't been doing mad videos on AI, that this shit is dying down because it's bigger than fucking ever. It's bigger than ever. It's just I don't like talking about it all day because it's so many other people talking about it. You know, shit. You don't need me to talk about it. You could go listen to them. You feel me? But it's not our people talking about it, unfortunately. You know, EYL, they keep that narrative on their channel going and whatnot. They talk about it, but our people are not really giving it that deep dive that it deserves and whatnot. I listen to other people talk about it, and they give the information with no ego. They just give you the facts, and I'm good with that. I love it. You know, I love it. So, with that being said, um, I'm about to exit stage left. You know what I'm talking about? It's been a great time. You know what I mean? The conversation was healthy. Uh, Once again, like I said, shout out to the youth out there in France. Keep your head up. Keep your head on swivel. This is the Jason months. We are in the red summer. Just prepare, you know, to see shit like that. That's just part of the, you know what I mean? It comes with the territory. It's part of this. It's, you know, that's the moon talking to you. That's the moon talking to you. You know what I mean? That's the precession of the equinox. You know what I'm talking about? That's how shit is just going down. You know what I mean? But this moon right here is interesting. This is a buck moon. Nuck if you buck. Same time the young buck got into a fight, right? See how that works? The same time the young buck gets into a fight. We in a buck moon. So I'm going to give y'all some information about this moon before I get the F up out of here. The full moon in Capricorn will make you take action now, right? It's time for some action. Shout out to Redman. I got a whole new level of respect for Redman. I had the video on my Instagram where he talked about refusing to take the Jabberwocky to be on Power, right? Fuck that. I'm gonna get a jab to watch niggas sit around kissing all day on Power and humping. I'm good. So Redman was like, nah, fuck that check. You know what I mean? My dignity and my health is more important. While you got grown people falling out and whatnot all over on stages and on sports fields and stuff like that. You know, Redman decided to, you know, he decided to stand on his two, and rightfully so. You know what I mean? You don't hear nobody making no fucking jokes anymore about people that didn't take that shot. You know what I mean? But anyway, we not judging y'all. We just smudging y'all. The buck moon in the earth sign Capricorn rises on July 3rd at 7:39. It is the first in a series of 4 full supermoons that are happening this year. The other 3 moons occur on August the 1st, August the 31st, and September the 29th. Ooh, it's a lineup. Let me find out. Starting from now. Then the August the 1st, the 31st, September, which means the moon is closer proximity to Earth, making it appear bigger when the moon. Okay. This particular lunation is astrologically intense. Communication planet Mercury, who is currently in the sign Cancer, shares a fraught aspect with the Capricorn moon. Although we'll want to express our innermost thoughts and sentiments, it will be hard to do so when these planets oppose each other. We may want to run away and hide our feelings because Saturn, the planetary ruler of the Capricorn moon, is retrograde in Pisces. Expansive planet Jupiter, who's an earthy Taurus, adds pragmatism to the cosmic mix. All of this celestial energy blended with the asteroid Juno in Cancer could make us temperamental in relationships. Use this moon to start a plan of action. Let go of the doubt that you may feel. Fill up that space with confidence, even though it'll be difficult to do. Stating affirmations and journaling will allow us to comprehend where we are going and headed in the future, as well as what motivates and inspires us in the present. We'll be releasing a lot and moving forward. Arguments will ensue and tensions will heighten as we focus on what makes us happy and leave everything else in the dust behind us. Right? So tell the dust, get behind thee. I'm talking about dusty niggas. Get behind thee. So here you go. There you go. Okay. Do what thou wilt with that information. I hope that it helps you to level up onto the levels that you deserve to be on. You know what I'm talking about? And I'll go ahead and word from our sponsors before we get out of here. And we'll see you guys. I'll see my Patreons on Wednesday with Ra Aku. And we'll see everybody else on Thursday for Third Eye Thursday.
I can bring you straight to the curricula that I use without a foundation. So these 4 weeks will be used to familiarize people with the process, with the protocol, and you will get some skills in how to delineate and erect a chart if you're studious. It requires study. There's no shortcuts, right? That's why it's gonna be 4 weeks, all right? And you have the opportunity to get ready to use astrology in any means that you build your capacity to use it. Right? You're gonna have to study hard. It ain't gonna be a walk through the park. It's a complex science. Okay, but I do have a means by which to simplify it, where other people have left it complicated. Right? I've been doing it for quite some time, so I found all kinds of shortcuts, and this is what I'll be showing. Right? You come prepared to the class. All right, be prepared to do some long division. All right. And some addition, right?
Yeah. He been going crazy in them classes too. I'm just here to let y'all know. Raku been giving it up. So if you know, you know. All right. Chicago Crypto. This is on Sundays. All right. Check this out.
Join us every Sunday, 4:44 p.m. Eastern, only on Patreon, as we welcome Chicago Crypto Block Bully. Technical analysis.
Alright everyone, Cowboy Trades here. Welcome back to the channel for another update on Bitcoin. So
understanding technical analysis can mean the difference between buying here and buying here. And that's why I've decided to create price action, the movement of an asset or security's price over time plotted on a chart. All-time high, ATH, the highest an asset has ever been in price. Support, a point in the market where the price is less likely to drop below due to previous demand or price action. Resistance, a point in the market where
you will learn behavioral economics. You will study historical market data. You will be able to identify trading opportunities. You will be able to evaluate any investment and many, many more. Please join us on Red Pillar's Patreon. Peace.
That's right. Check us out. Sign up to the Patreon underneath the Rainbow Opal. No, I'm sorry. Underneath Citrine. Citrine is the membership that gives you access to not only the upcoming classes, but all of the classes that we did prior. We're about 8 deep when it comes to the finances. We've been doing this with Chicago for about 2 months. We started in the bear market and we're entering into the bull market, meaning that those of us who've been learning and applying those skills that we've been learning from the good brother Chicago, we are about to hit, a good windfall when this market steps into the bull market. And this shit really starts to pick up because you don't buy in during the bull market. You buy in during the bear market and get ready for the bull market. And when the bulls start running, that's when your motherfucking bank accounts start running up. This song right here, Red Opals, this is on all of the streaming platforms. Go and stream Red Opals, Spotify, what that shit is, Spotify. And I'm talking about Tidal, Apple Music, everywhere that they're streaming. Even on Instagram, they got it and whatnot. So the song is Red Opals and it's Red Pillar. All right, this is the merch. We're gonna have some merch available for y'all real quick. You see it right there. You know what I mean? With the album on the back. You know what I mean? Hold on. See that? Yeah. Don't worry about it. We'll show it in the commercial or something. But yeah. With that being said, shout out to all of my Patreons. Love and light to everybody in the building. We will see y'all. Like I said, I might do something with the good brother Ra Aku probably tomorrow, dealing with this moon on the last day. The moon is today, but we'll talk about because there's a lot of things going on in the skies and whatnot. We might do something on the 4th of July. I don't know. A lecture in Oakland. Yeah, you're gonna have to email me about that. I don't have nothing planned for Oakland that I know about. Not that I know about. Okay, you want the email? All right. You said I sounded asleep on that? Nah, I was just chilling. I wasn't asleep. I was laid back. You know, I don't be turned up every time. The email is right there on the red ticker, as you can see it. Hit me up, good brother. You feel me? Universal Element. Hit me up on the email too, Universal Element, if you want to talk about some things that, you know, that is between me and you. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to, that sounds personal, that question that you were asking. All right. So with that being said, peace, love and light, y'all. Stay dangerous. Red Opals. Oh my goodness, why isn't it playing? Now I want to act funny. You see that, bro?
We are.
You see what's going on? Shit want to act fugazi. Well, two could play that game, partner. I'm gonna let me go ahead and re-upload that shit. It was acting all funny with me. You know, wanna act all funny with me. Peace, y'all.
Up in the Dumbo, smoking a gumbo. Few blocks before green, yeah, up in the jungle, coking the bundles. It's history in the making. I'm popping like fish to the grease and the bacon. My bitch is Jamaican. United we stand, dividing these bands. They hide in their hands. I'm riding in vans, slide through your land. Hopping the sprinters, tore the underworld, popping the minter. Landing the turtles, I'm popping that splinter. Watching the snowfall, dropping the winter. Dodging the pitfalls, watching this bitch fall. And I still managed like Rich Paul. The paper was calling, I had to go switch calls. I spoke to my twin, I told my young boys I'd never be broken again. Invoking the gins, spitting the spirits, I'm soaking the gin. Your man's in the woods, we smoking on him. Fuck do you mean? We up and squeeze, tuck it and leave. We leaving a stain, fuck a Febreze. Running the banks, causing a crash and feather the feds. Moorish the fashion, horse we was smashing, kicking the door. Waving for force, it was blasting. Mother the gassing, loving the passion. Eat on your food, the brother was fasting. The weapon that formed against me was me. Perfected the storm as Bentley receipts. Washing the Benjis, we rinse and repeat. Century of self, I'm centered on me. Red as the pillar, I'm pushing the piece. Higher the level, I'm pushing the keys. They going for 19. The summer is mine, I'm going for 19. Thunder and lightning flooded the bright lane. The hunger was biting, biting.